everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to Mixon on second down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bengals had 9-7 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
From the 29, Burrow, man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there, move the chains. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Burrow on play action. Steps away. Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He'll get it to the 40. Broken tackle there to get some extra yardage. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run once more with Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Running straight in. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw here. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. There he goes, left side. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. Here's McPherson now to send it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts set to take over here offensively. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll look to throw again. And that's incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
11, MC, paint. 11, 11. 11, mighty. 11, mighty.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now Burrow on first down. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here. And we'll step aside. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
This one completes Alec Pierce. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got Pierce. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Holding. Defense.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
Here we go.
With a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Burrow giving it to Mixon, hit, and all the ball is out. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far there.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And he's caught downfield. It's Waller. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Yannick Ngakoue. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From midfield now, Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now receiver in motion left. Burrow going for it on 4th. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Oh, they were so close to the goal line, Charles. 4th down, they figure, well, we'll go for it. But the decision to pass winds up being a bad one with that interception.
Well, I think you said it really well. They may have just figured we're this close, we may as well go for it. Or they had a plan right from the beginning coming into this game to be aggressive. In any event, it didn't work out for them.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA. Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. A throw over the middle, taken in. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
11, empty, take. 11, empty, stop.
Now Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
11.
They go play action with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
Hey, we're good.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Back to Mixon on second down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. 3rd down, Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here. That pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. You're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
11, Thomas.
Burrow will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. He's at the 50. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He finds Pierce. It's complete. Touchdown! Alec Pierce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So a mistake there, Charles, from the rookie pass rusher.
And oftentimes when you make the jump from college to the NFL, you have to adjust to the rules. But in this case, the rule's no different than in college. Once the ball's gone, you can't continue on and get your shot in. That's one where you have to have some discipline. And even though he's a rookie, he really should know better.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. An option handoff here to Benson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Burrow looking to pass. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase from 21 yards away. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, here we sit, Week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They'll have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin. I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But from the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
11.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. This is Mixon on the draw. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. An option handoff here to Mixon.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 40-yard line. Burrow on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Bengals trying, but it doesn't work out. And the Colts are going to take over with the football. They'll come out throwing here on first down. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they work this out past the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They'll drop to throw.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
They'll set up to throw.
They're going right back to Pittman. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Partner, the tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. On the give, this is their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro.
This for the lead in the final stages. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, Will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Burrow. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. 11, Burrow. Able to find Waller. That's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The slot man in motion right.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Burrow. On the move to it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. This from long, very long range. And this one is right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Bengals,
they do get that 10th win of the year as they finish up at 10-7 overall.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Colts,
they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately, as they close out a 6-11 campaign.
And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Got on the ring, stuff. My team is the truth. The brothers and lions to you. And they never sing, huh? But they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 clap for my voice. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice.